Hey besties, let's get into this because the drama between Melissa Gorga and Teresa Giudice is heating up again, and Melissa is making it very clear that she wants nothing to do with reconciling. She basically said the door is shut, locked, and there's no looking back. You know how this family feud has been, dragging on for over a decade, but every time we think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance for peace, something like this happens and proves otherwise. So here's what went down. Teresa Giudice recently said in an interview that she would never say never when it comes to fixing things with her brother Joe and Melissa. She gave this impression that she might be open to moving forward, especially since people have been asking her about it nonstop. She even said maturity is about letting things go and focusing on peace. Now, that sounds nice on paper, but Melissa wasn't buying it at all. Melissa came forward on her own interview and totally shut it down. She said Teresa's words made no sense to her, and that she finds it strange because for the past 2 years, Teresa has been clear that she doesn't want them in her life. Melissa reminded everyone that they haven't even spoken in nearly 2 years, so suddenly hearing Teresa say never just felt off. According to Melissa, it's not about reconciliation anymore because she's already moved on with her life. And here's the part that really stood out. Melissa said the door to fixing things has been closed. That's a strong statement because it doesn't just mean they're on a break or waiting for time to heal things. It means, in her words, there is no way back. She also said she's confused as to why Teresa is bringing it up now, especially since the Real Housewives of New Jersey cast is going through changes and there are all these rumors about who's in and who's out. That little comment has fans buzzing. Is Melissa hinting that she thinks Teresa is only saying this to protect her spot on the show? A lot of people are asking the same question. There have been reports about the test filming and Bravo thinking about switching up the cast, so the timing of Teresa's softer comments do seem a little suspicious. Melissa basically suggested that if Teresa was serious about family, she would have tried to work things out earlier instead of saying harsh things about them this season. After the season, now, let's be honest. Melissa and Teresa have never really been on good terms. From the moment Melissa and Joe joined the show, it's been one explosive fight after another. We've seen loyalty tests, screaming, matches, accusations, and all the family pain spill onto TV screens. They tried, at certain points, to make it work, especially when Teresa's parents were still alive, but those moments never lasted long. Since the wedding drama, where Joe and Melissa skipped Teresa's big day, things have felt more broken than ever. Melissa also made it clear that she's not interested in going back to the same cycle. She said she's happy with her life as it is without Teresa in it. That's a huge statement because it shows she's not holding on to any hope for reconciliation. She's done, and she's choosing to move forward instead of waiting for Teresa to change. For fans, it's a tough pill to swallow because the idea of family being permanently divided is sad, especially since they're siblings and in-laws. But Melissa seems determined to show that peace doesn't always mean reconciliation. Sometimes it just means creating distance and protecting your own happiness. Meanwhile, Teresa has been trying to defend herself, saying she's not desperate for reconciliation and definitely not desperate for her Housewives job. She said on her podcast that she would be fine with or without Bravo, and that her comments were more about wanting to set a good example for her daughters. She doesn't want to live with bitterness anymore. But Melissa isn't buying it, and clearly she doesn't. I think Teresa's words match her actions. So now we're at this point where both women are firm in their stances. Teresa is leaving a tiny crack in the door by saying never say never, while Melissa is slamming it shut and saying absolutely not. It's kind of wild to see them on such opposite sides, especially since fans have watched this feud for so many years. You'd think eventually one side would bend, but nope. If anything, though, the divide feels even deeper now. And of course, everyone is wondering how this will play out on the next season of RHONJ. Will Bravo keep both of them on the show, or will they make a change? Since the family feud has hit a dead end, some fans think it's time to move on to new storylines, while others feel like the Gorga Giudice tension is the heart of the franchise. Either way, the drama isn't slowing down. What makes this is all so complicated that we've seen moments where they seem to love each other, and we know deep down they're family, but now Melissa's words feel final. When someone says the door is closed, it's not easy to come back from that. She's saying her peace comes from keeping that door shut, not from trying over and over again. So, besties, what do you think? Do you believe Melissa when she says she's completely done? Or do you think there's still a chance that time will change her mind? Do you think Teresa's never say never was genuine, or was it just for the cameras? Drop your thoughts below, because this feud is one of those Housewives storylines that just never dies. Melissa Gorga has made it abundantly clear her relationship with Teresa Giudice remains firmly in the past. In a recent statement, the reality star and singer explicitly rejected any notion of reconciliation, asserting that the door has been closed on their potential reunion. This declaration marks a significant chapter in a long-standing saga of family tension, reflecting deep-seated rifts that have persisted for years. The history between Melissa and Teresa has been tumultuous, marked by public disputes, accusations, and moments of heartfelt reconciliation that ultimately dissolved. Their relationship has often mirrored the volatile dynamics typical of high-profile reality TV families, full of passion, betrayal, and fleeting moments of forgiveness. However, Melissa's latest stance signals a definitive boundary. She is no longer open to mending fences or revisiting the past. Melissa's decision to reject reconciliation is rooted in a sense of self-preservation and boundary setting. After years of emotional turmoil, she appears to have reached a point where she values her peace and personal well-being over the possibility of rekindling a fractured relationship. Her phrase, "door has been closed," leaves little room for ambiguity, emphasizing her firm stance and desire to move forward without looking back. This declaration also raises questions about the future dynamics within their shared social circles and family. For years, their relationship has been a focal point of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, with fans invested in the evolving narrative. Melissa's rejection may serve as a